Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Radha Vrindavan Chandra Shri Radhe. Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Jayo Subhadramai Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Premanandi. Is there a password to this Wi-Fi? Anybody knows? It's not urgent. अगर है तो इसीलिए ठीक है. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Gyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutaha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamshta Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Sarijana Charitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamshcha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स। कितने लोग हिंदी पसंद करते हैं? हाउ मेनी प्रिफर हिंदी? वन टू। यू कैन ट्रांसलेट और आई कैन मिक्स यू। I will speak English. I will try to mix. So Krishna consciousness is beyond all languages. There's one particular sentence which is same in Hindi and English. That is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Holy name is beyond all material linguistic bars, national bars. So brahmacharya life is a grand opportunity for rapid spiritual advancement, where one can focus fully on the process of purification of heart. और मुझे लाइफ में और कोई दूसरा विचार नहीं है, बस श्रवण करना, कीर्तन करना, गुरु सेवा करना. Only one thought in mind: how can I please Krishna? So, such concentrated devotional service attracts the attention of the Lord. हमारे मन में कोई विचार नहीं है, बस कृष्ण मम जन्मनि जन्मनि ईश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिर अहेतुकेतु. Birth after birth, I want to simply serve you. जन्म जन्मांतर मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे आपकी भक्ति चाहिए. Bhaktivedanta Thakur has written a nice song. प्रभु तव पद युगे मोर निवेदन नहीं मागी देह सुख विद्या धन जान. You have heard? Anybody has heard this song? This is from the Shikshastakam. It's from the Radha Vrindavan Chandra altar, this garland. Yesterday's. Looks like Radharani's garland. Look better on you. Thank you so much. So this song, Bhaktivedanta Thakur is saying that I offer my obeisances to you and pray. What is my prayer? Nahi mage deha sukha vidya dhana jana. But don't heat up whatever is available inside. हे प्रभु, मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. ना ही मांगे देह सुख. I do not want material enjoyment, vidya, wealth, or high level of education. I just want that निज निज गुण दोषे जे जे जन्म पाए, जन्मे जन्मे तब नाम गुण गाए. According to my karma, I may go in any species of life. पता नहीं हमारा अगला जन्म कैसा होगा. But wherever I am, I may sing the glories of your lotus feet. So this is actually the liberated platform. मुक्त पुरुष यही सोचते हैं कि कैसे कृष्ण को प्रसन्न किया जाए. बेस्ट वे कृष्ण को प्रसन्न करने का है उनके नाम गुण लीला का गान करना. दिस एक्टिविटी. This forgive me. Last night somehow I could not sleep, so because of that, and also because of my sinful activities. Whenever there is some disease or some difficulty, you should understand it's the reaction of our own sinful reactions. In case of exalted people, it's others' reaction, others' sin. But if we just tolerate it and go on serving. What was the last line I was saying before that? Huh? Huh. A devotee, pure devotee has only one thought. How can I please Krishna? मैं कृष्ण को कैसे प्रसन्न करूं? Constant meditation. While in external consciousness, while in the unconscious state, always thinking of serving Krishna. And in that service, devotee is fully satisfied. Even though his body and mind may be suffering. जब हम बोलते हैं कि भक्त संतुष्ट है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उसकी हेल्थ हमेशा अच्छी रहेगी और हमेशा उसका बीपी 120/80 रहेगा. नहीं, दैट इज आइडियल. या बाहर का टेम्परेचर 25 रहेगा हमेशा. अभी यहाँ तो अच्छा है, पुणे लाइक हेवनली प्लैनेट्स. But a devotee does not hanker for any of these things. He just hankers that I may serve Krishna. Always. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. The best way to serve Krishna is by the ninefold process of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Sanatana Goswami, when Jagannath Puri, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ने डांटा. किसको? सनातन गोस्वामी. Why? You. No, Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami was thinking of committing suicide. Lord Chaitanya did not like his idea of suicide. Sanatana Goswami was thinking that my body is useless and Lord is embracing me forcibly. Instead of getting good karma, I am getting bad karma. Better I will end this body in front of Lord Jagannath. But Lord Chaitanya, Supreme Lord, Omniscient, he came suddenly and said, Sanatan, देह त्याग यदि कृष्ण पाए आमी कोटि देह त्यागी. You understand? क्या मीनिंग है इसका? हाँ, अगर शरीर त्याग करने से कृष्ण मिलते हैं तो मैं लाखों करोड़. हरि. Yes. Maybe who was there? You were there, in my room. Can you go and get from the water bottle, because it's a little cold for me. You remember the room 1977, the lock number, and the shoulder bag is there. That brown color shoulder bag which you brought, na? That you can bring that bag because there's medicine in it, and that bottle and one glass. Glass may be in their bag. If it is not there in the glass, in the bag, it will be outside. Forgive me, but when your age increases, then you have to be very conscious of what you drink, what you eat. At your age, you can eat iron also. Not solid iron. But as the age advances, you have to be very particular. Sorry. What was I saying? Last point? Deha tyag yadi Krishna pai, I mean koti deha tyag. That by giving up the body, if I can attain love for Krishna, then I am willing to give up millions of times. Lord Chaitanya was embracing Sanatana Goswami forcibly. Lord Chaitanya and Sanatana Goswami was thinking that it's not good because my body has got boils, there is oozing pus. And in this condition, if the Lord embraces me, I'll be offensive for me. So better I'll commit suicide. That's what he was thinking. And Lord is Sarvagya, is Antaryami. He knows past, present, future. Like if you're in an area where there's a CCTV coverage, you're very conscious. Eh? That whatever I see, whatever I do is being recorded. And you're conscious of what you speak, how you behave. But Paramatma has got audio, video recording of everything. And think you also. Audio, video, think you about whatever we are thinking. The Lord knows past, present, and future. Lord Chaitanya told Sanatana Goswami that one cannot attain Krishna simply by committing suicide, but one can attain Krishna by bhajan, by the process of bhajan, not bhojan. Yesterday we discussed in the morning what is important, bhajan or bhojan? Both. If you are saying only bhajan, we'll try out on you. Can be without bhojan for 2 days. Advanced devotees, for them, bhajan is everything. Like Madhavendra Puri, he would not even beg alms. He would just wait if somebody came and said, Babaji, here, there is some nice pakoda for you, some milk for you. He would accept. But we cannot do like that. So by bhajan or by chanting, we can attain love for Krishna. Sanatana Goswami was thinking, Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Lord, is omniscient. And then Lord Chaitanya told him, there are different types of bhajan. And among them, the most important is Taramade Sarva Shrishta Nama Sankirtana Niraparade Namalai Pai Premadhana. Glass was there. So, Prabhupada writes in the purport that among all types of devotional service, the most important is chanting. Means hearing, chanting, remembering, all are important. In one purport, it is said that if one does even one of the items very nicely, that is enough to take back to God. But in another purport, Prabhupada says that all the other processes are dependent on chanting. That means like you're doing deity worship. So before you do deity worship, you chant the mantras, the names of Krishna. Essentially, all the mantras are the name of Krishna. And then, third thing Prabhupada says is that in order for chanting to be effective, it should be offenseless. The exact line is Taramade Sarva Shreshta. Please repeat. Nama Sankirtan Niraparade Namalay Pai Premadhan. Now, what does this mean? Hmm. Yes. What to do? I am committing offense. Even if you give me sweet rice, I will not stop committing offense. How to overcome offenses? My nature, like certain things you cannot avoid. So human nature is to commit offenses in the conditioned stage. In the pure stage, one does not want to commit offense. But in the impure state, offenses take place almost for everyone. So how to overcome those offenses? Yes. भगवान के नाम में कई अपराध हो जाते हैं, तो अपराधों को कैसे दूर जाए? हाँ, by praying, sincerely begging the mercy of the Lord. Guru and Gauranga praying, प्रार्थना करें. And second, association devotees, yes. But specifically, what is that song which says how to overcome offenses? Huh? हाँ, सकल समानुवर्धयति, the song about Trinadapi Sunicena. But what song says that how to become freed from offenses? And what is that line? It says, Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachare Amar. In that song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that just by remembering the name of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, O Name Aparade Vichar Tunai, Aparada Dure Jabe. Aparade Dure Jabe Pabe Premada. That is the power. So by chanting the names of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, all offenses are forgiven. Of course, if you're not careful, we will again commit offenses. So we should make sure that we don't commit the same offense again and again. Because to the degree we are offensive, to that degree we become implicated in the cycle of birth and death. So Lord Chaitanya told him that Taramadi Sarvashreshta. Yes, Nam Sankirtan is the best. But how to chant the holy name? For that you have to do constant hearing. You have to remember the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. And most of all, engage in serving Krishna, directly or indirectly. Always think of how I can please Krishna. Krishna is my master. He is my friend. How can I make Krishna happy? So all offenses are forgiven when we chant Chaitanya Nityananda, or some people chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. So some or other they chanting the name of Krishna, who has appeared in the form of Lord Chaitanya, and Nityananda Prabhu, who has appeared in the form of Balaram. So the holy name is very, very powerful. Even when chanting in a neglectful way, there is some effect. However, a devotee should not aim for that. We should try for attentive chanting, praying, begging for the mercy. Gurudev, Kripa Bindu Diya, Koroi Dasi, Denapega Ati. Please give me a drop of that mercy. By Guru's mercy, we get faith in the holy name. Then by the faith in the holy name, we get love for Krishna. So in essence, whatever last 10, 15 minutes I'm speaking, just to develop a background, that it's most important to take shelter of the holy name. Then even if you are born in an animal species, you'll be attracted to Krishna. Then when we are attracted to Krishna, then our life is successful. Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself, he was fighting through many obstacles. He was coming from a relatively poor background. And for some time he was a professor later on. Correct? No, not professor, he was a judge. Judge. Huh? Deputy magistrate. But still he would chant 64 rounds. And he had 10 children. And hopefully none of you will have any children. But still he could do his sadhana. It depends on one's desire ultimately. If you desire soft strictly, then you will be able to give up your attachment. Desire is the root seed of all activity. Without desire, nothing takes place. If we desire love for Krishna, we go back to Krishna. If we desire something else, then we get caught up in the cycle of birth. And it's nothing new what I'm speaking, but just we should remind again and again, yes. I would like to go back to Krishna. Prabhupada will be very happy if I surrender to Krishna more and more. Even the local temple authorities, sometimes they misunderstand you. Understanding, no problem, but misunderstanding problem. Whether with miss comes, problems come. It's better to miss the miss. So, a devotee like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is smiling when he was being cursed by that Vishaksen, who was claiming that is avatar of Vishnu. You heard that story? So that he threatened so many family members. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur was confident. Yes, Krishna is with me. Mere to Girdhar Gopal. Krishna, my Lord, please be kind to me. Please help me. Please give me shelter. In that mood of helplessness. Helplessness means nobody can think of anything else except Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So this mood of taking shelter is the essence of all the items of bhakti. You may study 64 bhakti yoga classes or 128, but if you don't have the mood of the humble service of the Vaishnavas, it's very difficult to approach Radha Madhav directly. So once you chant the holy name with such sincere feeling, Krishna, भूलिया तुम्हारे संसारे भीतरे पाए नादा vidhi vyatha. He is praying in the mood of a sadhaka. I have forgotten you, bhuliya tomare, and I am caught up in the family life. Please come, please deliver me. Of course, Krishna is already delivered. Krishna is Mukunda. He can deliver anybody. He is a giver of liberation, and he is a killer of the demons also. But he plays a double role. Sometimes he is very powerful like a king, sometimes he is like a child baby. Krishna can do anything and also undo what he has done. The essence of bhakti is the holy name, and the essence of the holy name is the proper mood in the chanting. What will please Krishna? How will Krishna be happy? Even I may like or not like, but Krishna likes. Tapasya means to do anything for the person whom we are wanting to stay together, that we are willing to give up our lives for each other. Right? So that should be our mission. Our movement is not meant for lazy people. It's not an old age home. It's for those who want to make a rapid spiritual advancement. Anybody wants to make a rapid spiritual advancement? If you say slowly, it means nahi bol. Hari bol, hari bol. Okay, I'll just hold for 2 minutes. You can think of some question and I'll just come. just have a picture of Prabhupada. You may not have a Prabhupada. No picture of Prabhupada. This is high level room. Yes. Now I'm feeling a little better because of my poor health. I forgot to take the medicine which I'm supposed to take after meal. That's why I was feeling it. Yes, sir. We'll have a few questions because I have to leave by 5. Yes.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful talk.
Some Mahaprasad for all of you. This is for today evening and now 50 people. Okay.
Thank you for the wonderful talk, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
I know I have a little, because of my health, I could not speak properly. Please forgive me.
No, what you spoke was the essence. So, Prabhuji, my question is that once I heard one purport, one speaker was talking about one Prabhupada purport. The Prabhupada says that.
You put the mic a little far. The voice is rumbling.
Oh, okay. This is fine, Prabhuji.
Nah, a little closer. No,
So one of the purport, Prabhupada says that you take second initiation, the Brahmin initiation, because you can do deity worship. And by doing deity worship, your mind gets pure or it becomes stable so that you can chant nicely. So for that, second initiation is necessary because ultimately mind is, if the mind is stable or purified, then it helps in chanting. So even if you take second initiation, is it necessary to do deity worship to make progress in spiritual life? Because then we can chant nicely, or is it not necessary?
You see, Harinam, Harinam is enough to take you back to Godhead. Harinam itself is enough. By taking in Harinam Diksha also you can go back to Godhead. Now Brahman initiation helps you in making chanting better, then that is helpful. But it's not like mandatory to go back to Godhead. As you said, from the point of view of purification, because deity worship helps, especially if you have a lot of lusty desires and tamogun, rajogun. It's easier to overcome if you're doing some regular deity worship. But on the other hand, it depends on the person. There are devotees who are very sincere, even without deity worship, they're able to overcome the anarthas. It's certainly if somebody has the qualification and the authorities give you the service, that is very good. But more or less in bhakti, in the life of brahmacharya is a surrendered life. So if your Guru Maharaj or authority asks you to go and preach, then you cannot say, I like to do deity worship, I have lusty desire. If there are really a lot of spiritual problem, then you can disclose your mind to your Guru Maharaj.
The reason I'm asking is because some people, not everyone has inclination for deity worship.
Not only.
Everyone has inclination for deity worship. So one may not like doing deity worship. He may like doing Sankirtan or other services. So in that perspective,
even if you are doing, like suppose you are not having Brahman Diksha, if you are worshipping the photos of the deity, that is also good enough. Worshipping the deity directly is good, but sometimes in pictures of the deity is also. Or in that case, you can think that holy name is also a deity. Hare Krishna mantra, some people they keep picture of Hare Krishna mantra and offer flowers. And Mahamantra is also Krishna. Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna. You can worship the Mahamantra. So, if over the period of time one gets initiated and then second initiation takes place, then it's a very good idea. But if you don't get second initiation, still you can go back to God. Because you are already connected to the parampara. And through the parampara, you are connected to Krishna, the cause of all causes. Okay. Somebody else had a
but
question?
when we talk about developing a taste or appreciation for the holy name, it will help to develop the taste a bit faster when we are initiated, like doing deity worship, because it purifies the mind.
Yeah. Again, as I said, it depends. Main thing is to do whatever you are asked to do. If that is the highest principle. If you are feeling little weakness and you feel the need, you can even approach the authorities and request they would like to do deity worship. And if they give blessing, that's
Got it.
even if you do not, even if you know that you need deity worship, but for some practical reason, authorities need the service in the book distribution, and you will make more advancement in book distribution. The authorities give you freedom, like I have been given freedom 20 years last time traveling. So I chant 32 rounds, I read and give little seva. But if freedom is not there, then you do whatever you're asked to do. Eventually, Krishna will give freedom.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, this was about chanting. In our chanting slot in the morning, like somehow or other, we have heard so much about chanting. Even if we are feeling sleepy, we somehow chant, means we are able to chant very nicely in the morning slot. Means but somehow if rounds are left, then during afternoon or whether in the night, even if we try to chant very nicely, but still some, there is tamagun, rajagun. So how to chant remaining rounds or extra rounds also with that much focus and attention during that time? That's what.
There's no hard and fast rule. One thing is eating pattern also. If you eat like today, I had to rush in a hurry and prasad could not be, the type of prasad I wanted was not there. So I took Rajbhog. That was spicy. So I'm feeling a little difficulty. I will chant in the car. Today I could not chant. So what you're saying is right. We are affected by the timing, by the prasad. Morning time, these influences are not there. So morning time is best. But then we don't have to do our services also. So you have to see, yes, how I can adjust everything. As a general rule, the less you eat, the more better you can chant. Chanting quality is inversely proportional to amount of prasad. X is proportional to 1 by Y, where Y is the number of amount of prasad. But Y should not go to 0. If Y becomes 0, then chanting also becomes 0. You understood what I'm saying?
One more question regarding this only about sleeping, means specifically day sleep, day rest. So sleeping during daytime. So in my case particularly, it happens that somehow or other I have developed this habit from childhood only, that earlier I used to sleep 1.5 hours. Now it has come to half an hour. But still, if I don't get rest in, my mind says that if I don't get rest in daytime, then I feel sleepy in book reading when we read books. So how to practically avoid?
And maybe it's not wrong. If you really feel the need, then go ahead and take rest. No problem. It's not like a hard and fast rule that you have to not. You see, it all depends on person to person. It all depends on person to person, because it may be actually be a fact. If you if you actually if you really need, and if you don't take, you can become very disturbed also. In other words, it will be practical. You see, but one man's food is another man's poison. So certain sleep. Even one reason my health is, my health is not very bad, but those who are of my age group in our temple, compared to that, little less quality, because I kind of probably no proper rest, no proper prasad. It is good, but at a certain stage, it can create problems. Even Radhanath Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, Loknath Maharaj, now I see them, for first Maharaj left us now, but I observe they do give proper needs of the body. They do take proper care. They have servants, that's why. At your level, you cannot have an assistant. You need rest. Always better to be very frank with authorities, and explain your needs. But one thing about prasad is, I'm realizing very late in the night, is very late in life, is Most of the time we don't really need, but our mind says, some devotees say, "Oh, you are weak, you take more prasad," and if you know, he's my well-wisher, Yeah. So then we also want to take more. We should always, like what Radha Govind Maharaj says, कि प्रसाद को दवाई की तरह खाओ. Take prasad just like medicine. नहीं तो प्रसाद, नहीं तो दवाई को प्रसाद की तरह खाना पड़ेगा. If you eat too much. And every person is a different person. With age, automatically food requirements goes down. But for normal person, 2 chapatis, little sabji should be okay. And that also I'm learning. Ayurveda says they don't take all 4 items together. The brahmachari life actually is 2-timer or even 3-timer. It's very, very nice prasad. But that is, so what the ashram provides is to keep the one with the just the beginner level devotee also should not feel anything lacking. But as you advance, you should also produce. Just like KG student, you are given A, B, C, D to write. Now when you go to 10th, it's not that you have to look the same pattern, how to write A. Now you're already in 10th. So as you advance, you should yourself think that, do I really need this? Do I really need that much amount of rest? Do I really need that? They are all related, because if you take little less prasad, sleep also becomes reduced and you feel more fresh. So it took me so many 30 years to understand it, because I'm a little foolish and not very intelligent. But intelligent devotees, like all of you, can learn from now itself. See, when you say chant Hare Krishna and eat prasad, eat prasad is there, but that is not a main function. That is something to maintain the body. And that is brahmacharya. Real brahmacharya and sannyas have the same vow. Only in sannyas the vow is more stricter. But even like sannyasi also same.
Thank you.
It's like I was telling you, generally after prasad, I take some anar, and I forgot that. So today I was feeling that body gets accustomed. And try to take more fruits and vegetables. Of course, at your level, the temple may not be able to afford giving. They give fruits.
On Ekadashi, they give
On Ekadashi.
like bananas and sometimes apples.
Okay. Somebody feel the need, you can request also. I did not request in the last 30 years. That's why my health is very poor. After the age of 30, 40, grains should be reduced. At your age, some grains are okay. But even though it's like 3 times you are allowed to eat, doesn't mean that you have to eat 3 times. Not like if you don't eat 3 times, you'll fall down, But this is something called LCM, LCM, least common multiple. So the prasad provided in the temple is the least LAD, least advanced devotee. It's not in any book, but only Krishnananda Uvacha, my own concoction there. So it's like now we find that there is rice, dal, and amras is there, and also rasmalai, and doesn't mean that if you don't take it, it's a Vaishnava parad or something. On the contrary, you should always think like a good, intelligent person working in the company finds out how to work least and get out of the office. So this, our eating, sleeping should be such that little bit minimum we do and get out. Like Raghunath Das Goswami, Sikh Goswamis, they would practically eat very little. And Raghunath Das, he would eating a little bit and then he would curse himself. Why am I maintaining this useless, worthless body? So that should be the mood. Am I right, Bhoji? What is how? What I'm? You like to? Anybody would like to comment? So one and the other extreme is not to eat at all, or to eat very little. So you have to work out a balance. But if you have a choice, you don't know whether I should take more or not, then better to avoid to take. Most of the time we are eating, being controlled by our senses. But we have to honor prasad, being controlled by Radha and Krishna. Does that answer your question? I myself don't know whether I'm speaking properly, but you are so kind in accepting myself. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful discussion.
Hare Rama. Yes.
So regarding this eating,
The question, when the question comes, then the camera should go there, no? Not needed. Automatically it goes.
Sound, they are able to
Sound.
understand who is speaking.
How many are there? 4 or 5 devotees? All PDCs devotees? No one. Hari Bol.
But we are recording, so we'll share the recording with them.
Huh?
Those who want to hear,
Okay.
they can hear the recorded lecture.
Yes, Prabhu.
Because questions are related to eating habits, so I wanted to ask. I like to eat sweets very
And
much.
I'm eating while I'm answering.
Like
Sorry.
the Madhuram Mahaprasad, in that sweets are very nice. I used to eat earlier in Govindas, but then after I became serious, I thought, forget Govindas. Madhuram is very good option. So how to avoid eating sweets?
Madhuram is more opulent.
Yeah, it is better than Govindas. So
Yeah.
I generally go there if I want to eat
Don't eat,
sweets.
then the purpose of life is not served. Eh? ब्रह्मचारी खाइला महाप्रसाद ना खाइला ज्ञानी अश्विनी विष पाइला करे. You see, these things are like lollipops, you know. Small children, when they are asked to go to school, and they don't want to go, so mother, father, they give lollipop. You know what is lollipop? You go to school, you will get lollipop, you know. So, this kind of thing, you know, Mahaprasad and all this, just whatever comes, just touch it. Even I am not on that level. Sometimes they tend to take more. But a devotee like you who understands, you should see. You see, this is not that somebody will come and he will say, write you a mail, oh, now you should take, now you should not take. The freedom is there. So gradually you have to balance between what is needed and what is required. You know, what do we actually need and what do we actually pose to need? You balance between that. Yes. Any other question? Sweets, yeah. Sweets, best is to avoid sweets. If you cannot avoid totally, then you take half sweet per day. So gradually this eating, sleeping has to be reduced. If you feel you want real sweet, then you chant more. Like Radhanath Maharaj was asked this question, you know, what is your favorite sweet? The Maharaj became clean bold. My favorite sweet after that lecture? Yes, Maharaj, in Prasad. Anybody has heard this video? That devotee has just got married now. He is a very good friend of mine. This was recorded 5 years back, but now he understands his mistake in us. So Maharaj was surprised. Said, what is my favorite sweet? Yes, Maharaj, in Prasad. So everybody thinking, what will Maharaj reply? Then Maharaj said, my favorite sweet is Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. You can go on eating whole day, and there's no danger of high sugar level or breakfast. You can go on every moment, every second. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Like the Rupa Goswami says, when I chant Hare Krishna, I desire many millions of tons. That no man enters into my heart, it conquers my heart. That should be our proper consciousness. Okay, any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, like when we chant being inattentive in chanting is offense. So, but when we chant extra rounds, usually while walking and all, that time if we chant inattentive, then that also considered is offense?
No, if you are chanting and you are doing other services, that is extra rounds, that is okay. I mean, you should try to be as attentive as possible. But extra rounds, when there is a schedule of extra rounds, then you should completely focus. But if you are just doing on your own and suddenly you find that the milk is boiling, you can't say, oh, let me finish this round. And there you have to balance. If the house is on fire, you cannot say, Haribol, I have to collect my laptop from there. You have to balance between them. Okay, we have time for one more question. If you don't mind, can I sit down? But then everybody will have to sit down. Because I'm feeling very uncomfortable. Just for you please sit up. Just 5 minutes. Body is going. What immediately after Set in the vehicle. Yeah. And the vehicle came at the time, we had not started, and it would have been late for the class. Yugal Shampoo was saying this PDC class, you can come late, no problem. They are all on the higher level. Yeah. Raganuga Bhakta. Yes, Prabhu, I'm sorry. Yeah. Did I answer your question correctly? I'm in a disturbed body condition. That's why some of the answers I speak may not be proper, but most of it I'm trying. Yes, Prabhu. Each of you, yes, Prabhu, please pray to Radharani for me. Not only for my health, but for my spiritual health. That's conditioning. We all need prayers. Even if you become very advanced, Maya will be there and she will try to pull you down. Till the time you go back to Godhead, you cannot think that, oh, now there is no danger. Sometimes in the war they do like that. One party appears to have lost the battle. Then suddenly, when the other party is very happy that they have won, and suddenly they attack. You heard the stories like that? There are some stories like that in the war. In fact, some of them in India, Muslims also, and also in other countries. जब तक भगवत धाम नहीं गए तब तक शांत नहीं रहना. कंफर्म टिकट होने तक एक आपको एक प्रिंट आउट आना चाहिए. You have reached back to God. Yes, Prabhu. What is your name? Srinivas.
During our morning japa time. So what practical things I can do so that I can not feel sleepy? One of the japa talks I heard from you, like you mentioned one suggestion ki you have to see Prabhupada or see Tulsi Maharani, then you will not feel sleepy. So I tried that also, but I'm not able to improve.
You're past that stage now. You see, this mind is a rascal. The two things are there. We have to meditate on the glories of the holy name. That will make us more attentive. So realize that how important it is. No. You can keep it in. And later on if I need it. So different techniques are there, but the mind is a rascal, So you have to constantly keep on battering it. That's why Bhaktivedanta says that beat the mind with the shoes and then with the broom. So mind wandering is universal phenomena. It happens even to sannyasis. So we should not think, oh, I'm getting bad thoughts, I'm getting sexually agitated. Maybe I should just change the ashram and be a grahastha, be honest. What is this? No. Sexual agitation comes to even to sannyasis. Not all, to some. But they tolerate it. The body is a machine. Like sometimes the machine behaves strangely. So our body is machine. Sometimes it just demands something which is not proper. You have to just tolerate it. You don't have to advertise it that this happened to me. Just tolerate it. You can tell some devotee who is very advanced that this is happening. Thoughts will keep coming. That Yamunacharya is such an advanced devotee. He is a spiritual master of Ramanujacharya's guru, Yamunacharya. And he's saying like this, that Yadavadi Mama Krishna Padaravinda. That now since I'm engaged in serving Krishna, I'm experiencing better taste. Now when I think of sex life, I spit at the thought. Like, Prabhupada is spite at the thought. See, thoughts are coming to such advanced devotees. Then हम किस खेत की मूली हैं? इतने बड़े बड़े विकेट डाउन हो रहे हैं, ओपनिंग बैट्समैन डाउन हो रहे हैं, हम तो we are all KG students. Correct? If you think you are advanced devotee, then you will not get any mercy. But if you always think that I'm a very, very low class devotee, I'm degraded, I'm fallen, I'm worthless. In fact, Chaitanya Charitamrita speak like this for the Lord Chaitanya's mercy is coming from the top to the bottom. You heard that verse? That just, that there it says that Just like the river comes from the top to the bottom, similarly the Lord Chaitanya's mercy is coming down to the most far. Hmm. Hmm.
I worship Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who
Hmm.
acted in mercy flows like a great river, inundating the entire universe. Just as the river flows downstream, Lord Chaitanya especially extends himself to the fallen.
The river will come from top to down. So if you want to think, you want to be humble, you're willing to take the lower position, you'll get more mercy. If you say to Lord, my Lord, you are Patit Pavan, I am also, I'm a little junior, but we'll see later, I'm by my qualification, you should release me. The Lord will say, no. Our path is grace mark, not qualification. Surrender to the will of Guru and Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Siddha Bakul Hall. Where is Siddha Bakul? This is Siddha Bakul Hall. That is the hall near there. I was thinking I'll answer only one question, but now I'm feeling happy. I can answer two more. Those who have finished one round, we can have those who have not yet asked questions. Anybody who's not there. Many of you may be asking this question, what time is Prasad? No, but yours is different timing. 3 times, yeah. Sanatan. What is his name? On Pandharpur? Sanatan? Hari Bol.
Hare Hare Krishna प्रभु जी तो प्रभु जी मेरा क्वेश्चन था त्रिनादपि सुनिचन पे तो हम मतलब सुनते बहुत हैं त्रिनादपि सुनिचन के बारे में, फिर अप्लाई करते समय याद नहीं रहता, तो क्या करें?
मेरी बात बोल रहे हो? मेरे साथ ही ऐसा हुआ। कुछ किसी एक डिवोटी के साथ यहाँ पर मेरे को कुछ फैसिलिटी थी, नहीं मिल रही थी, तो मैं सहन कर सकता था। पहले एक दो सहन किया, जब जब नहीं हुआ तो मैं गुस्सा हो गया। फिर मैंने मैसेज किया और फिर फैसिलिटी मिल गई, लेकिन मुझे समझ में आया कि मैं तो एग्जाम में फेल हो गया, है ना। तो हम सब कंडीशन नहीं, त्रिनादपि सुनिचन बनना इतना आसान नहीं है। लेकिन फिर भी जैसे राधेश्याम प्रभु कल बता रहे थे, अगर इवन इफ यू डोंट हैव गुड क्वालिटीज, यू एक्ट, आप इसे विश्वास रखिए कि अच्छी क्वालिटीज आ जाएंगी। एक न एक दिन भगवान की कृपा से ये सारे अनर्थ दूर हो जाएंगे। Yes. What was the question? Second part? One. Are you satisfied? You want to speak a little more? देखो, ये तो सब चीजें मतलब ना, भक्ति में प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है कई चीजें, लेकिन थ्योरेटिकल है। करते करते प्रैक्टिस हो जाती, करत करत अभ्यास के मूढ़मति हो सुजान, है ना। तो प्रैक्टिस करते रहना, फिर धीरे धीरे गुण आएंगे। अभी तो लगेगा इम्पॉसिबल, मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है इम्पॉसिबल। मुझे 30-40 साल हो गए, अभी तक भी मटेरियल डिजायर्स रहते हैं। तो फिर क्या करें? फिर श्रद्धा रखनी है गुरु के शब्दों में। इन द एंड कृष्णा विल रेस्क्यू यू।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे
प्रभु जी, जैसे कि अ, ये रहता है कि जब हम लोगों के लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं या नहीं भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, एंड स्पेशली जब प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं स्पेशली अपने माइंड और सेंसेस के थ्रू, तो ऐसा बोलते हैं कि होली नेम का शेल्टर लेना चाहिए या प्रभुपाद जी के बुक्स का शेल्टर लेना चाहिए। तो जब होली नेम का शेल्टर लेते हैं प्रभु जी, उन डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस में ऐसा लगता है कि वो प्रॉब्लम माइंड में और बढ़ती बढ़ती जा रही, तो इसको कैसे मैं समझूं?
नहीं, अगर आप होली नेम का आश्रय ले रहे हो सही में, तो फिर प्रॉब्लम्स अपने आप चले जाने चाहिए। मतलब नहीं, अगर आपको नहीं जा रहे प्रॉब्लम्स, मतलब या तो कंडीशनिंग बहुत स्ट्रांग है, या फिर आपका नाम जब उतना सीरियस नहीं। अच्छा, आप इतने सब भक्तों के सामने बोल रहे हैं, इसलिए भगवान जरूर आपके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर दें। हरी बोल। ओके, वी हैव टू 5 o'clock, 5-10 minutes more.
One more. Small.
Are you able to follow my style?
Yes.
Next time I'll ask Sham, Yugal Sham Prabhu to keep the class before lunch prasad. My eyes are paining me. Because as soon as I eat something, the body reacts. So ideally, I should not take grains. But if I don't take grains, the body becomes very weak.
Prabhuji, we are following.
If somebody has got the 4:30 fruits come out after offering. 4:30. You don't go. Can you phone somebody? I want to. Actually, go. Just see if the juice is there. Yeah. You take my glass. How will you bring it? You take this glass. You can throw away this water. Just one kind of juice. And if anara I have already got, banana I have got, if there is some watermelon and watermelon juice or watermelon and or kharbooj, two types. One is red and yellow. So if you go late, then it may get over. No? Yeah. What did you say? Ekadashi? You use the word Ekadashi? Yeah. You are saving yourself from a lot of problems by avoiding Mataji's. I don't have to, I have remained brahmacharya, but sometimes because of practical service or my own mother, sister, I have to take care because nobody is there. So, of course, they are my mothers. So, but still, taking care of Mataji's means a lot of anxiety, trouble one has to go through. But if it's a case like mine, there's no other hope. Mother is there to take care. But for that, even father also. Old age is a little challenge. I'm myself growing old, 63, and mother is 85. So, and Radhanath Maharaj was joking, he was saying, the only female association good is the cows. I mean, Matajis are good. It's not that they have any problem. But we ourselves have conditioned mind. And the requirement of male body is relatively easy to do tapasya. Easy. But in women's body, one needs more sense gratification. So brahmacharya life is recommended only for Prabhujis. Please, even if there are hundreds of problems, try not to give up the brahmacharya life. Like Radhanath Maharaj was saying that problems in brahmacharya life, they are like a mustard seed. Whereas those problems in family life, they are like big gunny bag. So don't get carried away by some small things. Oh, too much problem is there, too much problem. So tolerate. I'm not saying there's no temple where we can say everything is perfect. There's nothing like that. In this planet Earth, except Golok Vrindavan, all problems, all people will have some problem. Some impure devotees, some pure, some nature will match, some will not match. Some will be like Kubja. Some will be like others, more beautiful. You have to keep the mind focused on the holy name. You chant holy name nicely, then Krishna gives you intelligence how you can overcome Maya. Okay. Anybody else? What is your name?
Prabhuji, Aman.
Sham?
Aman.
Aman.
Prabhuji, we are on the process of sadhana siddha or kripa siddha.
We do our sadhana so as if we are on the path of sadhana siddha very diligently, and we wait for kripa also. So, kripa siddha doesn't mean that, oh, you're not Mangalarti. No, Baba, my name is in kripa siddha department. But you go and clean the floor. No. By mercy it will happen. You have to do everything in sadhana siddha bhav and hope that you will get kripas. Yes, wonderful. What is your name? Shan Prabhu is anyone. Nice story that the sparrow, no? Sparrow. Is that sparrow or? I can understand. One of the 84 XP. So sparrow is laying the eggs on the back of the ocean and Samudra Prabhu is taking away all the eggs. And the sparrow Mata is saying, Hari bol Prabhu, mala parat kara. मेरे अंडे वापस दो दे नहीं. So then sparrow says, okay, I will empty the entire ocean. The whole ocean. So, and he started doing. She started taking on drop by drop. It's impossible. But for Krishna, nothing is impossible. Garudji saw the sparrow is working so hard. So Garudji told the ocean, Ocean Prabhu, wapas karo. He was the HOD. Garud is higher in the management hierarchy. So some other devs gave back the. So we have to try like that. Our trying is not very, we are not very deep in sadhana, but Krishna is accepting. Yes.
Prabhuji, like if you have to choose between both of them, like sadhana siddha or kripa siddha, so under which category we lie?
What is the next last part?
Under which category we lie?
We are all acting as if we are sadhana siddha. We do our sadhana properly and hope for kripa. We do our sadhana properly, but even after doing sadhana, you need kripa. So I am simultaneously doing sadhana. So I am trying to become sadhana siddha. At the same time, we know that to become sadhana siddha also will need mercy. So we do both together. Act like sadhana siddha and wait for kripa. You can't say, okay, I am now, kripa siddha, so I will not attend chant the rounds. My kripa I will get. Sometimes people will tell people, come to the temple. जब वो बुलाएंगे ना ऊपर तभी हम आएंगे. तो भगवान कैसे बुलाएंगे आपको? व्हाट्सएप करेंगे. डिवोटीज के द्वारा बोल रहे हैं. My God. So amazing. Wonderful. Every day you get? You tell you guys, Prabhupada, we like to give brahmachari class every day. Especially PDC, because one tendency is when the brahmachari they become senior, then they are not so obedient. But here in this temple, it's not like that. Sometimes you should become obedient even after you are not 100, but 20 years in the movement. Oh, nice. At my age, my doctor told me you take minimum grain. I just took half a spoon of rice, but even that. Huh? You can ask question. No problem. Tell like 5 to 5 or 10 questions.
Everyone knows that if you chant the holy name sincerely,
Every day they offer pineapple or different juices. No?
Yes.
Remember this Murat, 4:40 you have to go there. No?
4:25.
They should reach by 4. Just come. You are saved. But also we should, you brought little more than what I told you. I think you must be wanting some. Not you, but for the other. Everything. When you want sweet, now ask the authority, can I get some sweet for devotees? Not me, but yes, good. I was actually going to tell you that you should bring. You can daily say that Krishnananda needs, and you can, as long as you are in PDC. PDC is 1 year or 2 years? Yeah?
1 year. Earlier it was 3 years, then 2 years, now 1 year.
Acha. So those who are 3 years, they are passed out.
They went to some other temple. They were transferred.
Your PDC started just now?
Yeah, it started on Narsimha Chaturdashi, 4 months before.
They have one batch in Kunja Bihari also, PDC?
Yeah, there is Hindi group, those who are from like Hindi background.
When did they start?
They start from Godpur. They have different modules, but they come here to Sadhu Bhushan.
What?
Sadhu Bhushan classes of Radhashan, 2 weeks.
Amazing. When will the holy name taste like this? Yes.
We have heard many times that if holy name is chanted sincerely and seriously, proper pronunciation, then it can give us everything, all the desired result. We can make progress very rapidly in our spiritual life. But what I face the difficulty is that when I chant a bit fast to complete my rounds within the given time, then some of the words get skipped. Out of the 16 words, 1 or 2 words goes here and there. When we do recording or that, we can sometimes notice that. And also, I got to hear the chanting of other devotees, like not as a form of criticism, but I hear that they are missing some of the words. And myself also,
You're talking about me. Thank you for
when I face that problem, I also skip many words. So how does this chanting will give us the result which we are?
See, I mean, I myself am like that. We all have conditioning, but we should have faith that Krishna will help us. See, sometimes you may be doing this not purposefully, but it may just be happening. You understand? That, for example, like it happens to me when last night I have not taken rest, and morning, even if you are trying your best, the chanting is not happening. I say, so it happens sometimes. But what I do is, actually, I am working on it. I mean, in private, I should not tell to new devotees, but I don't mind telling because you will forgive me. That even at my level, I carefully analyze my chanting. Sometimes I find these mantras are missing. So what I do is, I chant little extra rounds. Like 16 is what my target is. So I chant 20 rounds, plus or minus 25%, Like, vernier caliper, when you do measurements, so you put plus or minus. So just to make up. And of course, in PDC level, sometimes you may not get time for extra chanting, but still, it's very good practice, because it's like, it's like what is a trump card. You know what is trump card in game?
Joker.
Huh? Joker, yes. That means I'm just checking how many of you played cards. And you are also there. And trump card means that card will be always victorious. The holy name is the trump card in all sadhana bhakti. Chant nicely, everything. Suppose you are doing other things nicely, but not chanting nicely, then you will lose the game. The chanting is good. Other things are not so good. Then other things will improve after some time. It's a very good realization, I think. Somebody can give it to me also. And I never thought of this. Suddenly it came to my mind. The Jiva Goswami writes that all other processes of bhakti are dependent on chanting. Chaitanya Charitamrita says like. So he says that all bhakti process should be preceded and succeeded by chanting. So like when you do deity worship, we first chant. After deity worship, we chant. You have PDC class every day in the afternoon or twice a week? But every day? Tomorrow is Priti Vardhan. I will, as long as I'm here, I would like to take class, at least for the PDC. For tomorrow, I will see. Tomorrow, 2 days, no? Yeah. But Priti Vardhanam is also like more like social, no? Celebrating birthdays and.
Depends on some speakers coming from outside. They will do more birthday.
If you are available, we can keep PDC class separate, apart from Priti Vardhan.
Yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow is Priti Vardhan, no?
Yeah.
2 days. Yeah, I like that, celebrate, but not mix with this. Like that is separate, this separate. But here the time is a limitation, no? Because devotees are available particular time. For Priti Vardhan, Radheshyam also comes.
He giving from last few weeks. Last week also he gave.
When that Priti Vardhan lecture is focused on particular topic, or?
Yeah.
We'll check with Yugal Shampoo. I'm available tomorrow, but whether it will be from 3 o'clock. No? With age, everything becomes, my body becomes so sensitive. If I just take 1/2 spoon of the extra bodies, I'm taking treatment for that. There's one devotee, he's not, he's from Nashik. He's not a brahmachari, he's actually a married young boy. He did for me. The report has not yet come, but he's good.
Yeah, he was staying here. He was staying in our RVC yoga earlier. Then he wanted to get married.
It's quite costly. For me, of course, hopefully he will not charge. If he wants to charge, then I will not take report. I don't. He's very on his own. He came. I was in Bhosri 2 days back, so he came to Bhosri by chance. There's a Goshala where we have program. So he just said, if you like, I told him, okay, I'm coming to NVCC, and he did this testing yesterday. And he will give me the results.
Actually, he also did business. Like he treats senior brahmachari. So he puts his portfolio. Treatment so and so.
Yeah.
So they can get more customers who are like.
Yeah, he has put Radha Gopinath Prabhu's photo also. No, that's why he took my photo also. I told him, okay, 10% you can give to temple. Anyway, everybody has to earn. There's one Haridas, what is his name? Namacharya. He used to do like that, Namacharya Prabhu. There's one devotee named Namacharya Prabhu. He was a brahmachari from Radha Ras Bihari, and then he became a grahastha. And his health was very down. So he recovered by some Ayurvedic process, so he took up that as a profession. You know him? Yeah, I think he stays somewhere in Bombay. Huh? No, we should, nothing, I mean, it's a good thing, but let's see how it, but ultimately see, these are also part of nature. And you may meet a good doctor, he may say, you do this, you do that, so you live longer, means, so suppose my destiny, I'm supposed to live for 70 years. That will happen whether I treat or not treat. But we should take the treatment. If it, that's like, I felt fruits were there. So Prabhuji went and got it. Now I was in Nigri, if I don't get fruit, then also I'm continuing. One should not get overly disturbed by lack of things. And whatever comes, that is the will of the Lord. I'm saying this theoretically, but I myself, become victim with something not there, become disturbed. But still, at least I realize, yes, I am not on the highest level. So just like Prabhuji said, how difficult it is. You asked the question, Trinadapi Suni, आपने पूछा, है difficult है, लेकिन हम क्या परमहंस हैं नहीं, हम लाइन के ऊपर हैं, अब तक पहुंचे नहीं, मंजिल पहुंचे नहीं. एटलीस्ट पता तो है कि हमारी कमजोरी क्या है. धीरे धीरे तभी दूर होगी ना. जब किसी को मालूम होगा मेरी कमजोरी क्या है, तो फिर तो दवाई ले सकते. तो लगता है बीमारी है ही नहीं, तो फिर क्या. Yes, yeah.
Just one clarification. Like if we got to know that we have skipped one or two words from the Hare Krishna mantra, can we again chant on that same beat the same mantra?
Yeah, you can do it. How much time takes you? 8 minutes to chant? Anywhere from 6 to 8 is okay. Or make them 6 to 9, Less than 6, some very advanced devotees do. But it's a little risky. I also do 5.5 minutes, but I'm gradually slowing down. 5 minutes होता था, अभी मैं 6 minutes पे आ गई. I find that better safe than sorry. Because what happens, एक बार राउंड पूरा हो गया ना, फिर और एक्स्ट्रा करने का मन नहीं होता. तो इससे अच्छा है कि कम, मतलब देखो, दैट इज 6 into 16 होगा. तो अगर स्पीड फास्ट होगा तो 5 into 16 कर गई, माला छुट जाए. तो अच्छा 7 into 16 होने दो, थोड़ा उसको घुमाने दो. Let the mind take shelter of the holy name for more time. ज़्यादा देर के लिए नाम ले से. Yes, Kushal Bhai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful answers for all the questions. Prabhuji, you have been in the movement from almost 30-40 years, and you have seen so many devotees coming and going. So when we see the devotees who joined with us and afterwards, if some of them are leaving, so what should be our attitude towards people who have left Brahmacharya ashram, or sometimes they also leave Krishna consciousness altogether? They go back to their karmi life. How we should look upon those devotees?
About?
At some point of time, they were together and doing services in temple, but because of influence of Maya Devi, they left the association and they went back to their previous life. So how should we look at such devotees?
We should still respect them for what they have done. किसी का fall down भी हो जाए तो, because नेहा भी क्रमणाश्यस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमपि अस्य धर्म त्रयतु. Even if little advancement on this path is eternal, we should not criticize them. We should pray for them. You can pray for them, and if you are more senior to them, you can try to help them also. अगर आप ज़्यादा सीनियर है नहीं तो प्रे कर सकते हैं. मेंटेन रिलेशनशिप उनको भी अच्छे. दे शुड नॉट बी आउटकास्टेड. ऐसा नहीं है ग्रस्त हो गए गिर गए. नॉट लाइक दैट. Those brahmacharis who criticize grihasthas too much, they become grihasthas. या अपने आप को बहुत महान समझते हैं कि मैं निष्ठा का ब्रह्मचारी हूँ, एक बार भी वीर्य लॉस नहीं किया, फिर लाइफ ही पूरा चला जाता है. वेरी केयरफुल. योर पेन वेरी ब्यूटीफुल नित्यानंद Prabhu's color. From where did you get this? Gift shop. Wonderful. You have yellow color also? The Gauranga Maha. Yes, one more question.
Roji, in this
Yes.
same continuation, after we pass out from PDCs, like we are given choice, which department you want to take. So if we have choice whether to go in preaching zone or whether to go in management zone, so which one we should take?
See, that it depends on the nature of the person. प्रभु जी पूछ रहे हैं, आपको समझ में आ रहा है ना सब कि प्रचार करने में जाना चाहिए या कौन से. एक तो प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पर है. सब प्रॉब्लम होता है कि नीड भी होती है. प्रीचिंग में सब जाएंगे तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. उतने अवेलेबिलिटी भी नहीं होती. बिकॉज नॉट एवरीबडी कैन बी एब्जॉर्ब्ड इन प्रीचिंग. नहीं, फ्रॉम व्हाट आई हर्ड, आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्ट सिनेरियो. और प्रीचिंग में तो फायदा भी है, बट वन थिंग ऑफ प्रीचिंग इज sometimes unless you are very good at sadhana, then preaching can detract you away also. If you do congregational preaching, then one may have to very careful. Congregational preaching बहुत careful रहना चाहिए. Intimate association में. और ultimately what is the need, वो भी है. जैसे हमारे ब्रह्मचर्य आश्रम में बॉम्बे में भी राधानाथ महाराज के कि we should not become, you try to become, you want to be able to become all rounder. सबको थोड़ा थोड़ा ट्रेनिंग होती है. नो एवरीथिंग ऑफ समथिंग एंड समथिंग ऑफ एवरीथिंग. We should not always be just fanatic, just one thing. So variety is good, but then management point of view, managers may ask you to take up one thing, so you can choose whatever you like. Given management, the management is good. Management as a service is always good, but we should always be careful that I should not think I am the controller. Pujari service also is very good in the initial stages. The mind, as somebody asked this question, but Pujari services, deity services, whether maybe even if you're not Brahman initiated, doing backup services, that helps the mind become more in the mode of goodness. On the other hand, if you need is there for preaching, authorities want you to preach, then you should preach. Our movement is missionary movement. We are not here for any comfort. We just want to help everybody go back to God. So whatever guna karma vibhaga, your own nature, you should follow that. Long term. It's like if you are taking very austere prasad, then it's good in one way. But if you take it without being on that level, then it can make your mind disturbed. So you have to, everything is judged very scientifically, not blindly. That the Radheshyam Prabhu said, so I must do. It's good in one sense, but we should consult the authorities also. Consult other devotees also. Our movement is Guru Sadhu Shastra, not just one person. Understand what I'm saying? Okay.
एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन इसी से कनेक्टेड है. कभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि अथॉरिटी को मतलब मंदिर को जी टेम्पल की जो नीड है उसके हिसाब से आपको डिपार्टमेंट मिला है। बस बस वो जो डिवोटी उनकी मतलब उनकी जो इच्छा नहीं, नेचर और डिपार्टमेंट सर्विस मैच ना हो, तो वो ये इस सिनेरियो को कैसे देखे, वो कैसे कर सकते हैं?
आप काउंसलर से एक बार बात कर रहे हैं। ये वो काउंसलर ऑल्सो,
हाँ, यस।
काउंसलर से भी देखना चाहिए, क्योंकि नहीं तो हम अपराध कर बैठेंगे। काउंसलर को बता देना चाहिए कि भाई देखो हमको रियली नहीं जम रहा, लेकिन अभी आवश्यकता है तो ठीक है, आधा साल 1 साल कर लेंगे। और फ्रीडम है, ऐसे मालूम नहीं मुझे ये टेम्पल में क्या है, लेकिन अच्छा ऐसा होना कि 1-2 साल बाद अलाउ भी करना चाहिए चेंज करने के लिए। दे अलाउ जस्ट बेटर, जो भी अथॉरिटी है क्लियरली देखो। अथॉरिटीज ना, वहाँ अथॉरिटीज जो है भगवान के प्रतिनिधि हैं, लेकिन भगवान है नहीं और प्लान भी नहीं है बनने का भगवान। अथॉरिटीज भगवान के भक्त हैं, और वो शुद्ध भक्त भी हो सकते हैं, थोड़े उनमें भी कमियां भी हो सकती हैं। अथॉरिटीज आर नॉट गॉड एंड दे आर नॉट प्लानिंग टू प्रमोट देमसेल्फ ऑल्सो, so they have sometimes material level defects also. Sometimes they may not be very advanced spiritually as you may expect, but they are acting on Krishna's behalf. वो कृष्ण के बिहाफ पे कर रहे हैं। तो बेस्ट है कि अपने मन की बात बता देना चाहिए कि मेरे को ये नहीं जम रहा, या अथॉरिटी से नहीं जम रहा, तो टेम्पल किसी एक डिवोटी जमना चाहिए जो सीनियर हो, या फिर काउंसलर हो, या काउंसलर नहीं हो तो भी और से फ्रेंड बना सकते। काउंसलर सिर्फ एक डिवोटी ना, ऑफिशियल एक डिवोटी होता है। हर सीनियर डिवोटी से आप गाइडेंस ले सकते हैं, अपने इक्वल से भी काउंसिल ले सकते हैं। चैतन्य महापुरुष सनातन गोस्वामी को भी अपना काउंसलर मानते हैं, हालांकि वो डिसाइपल भी है। सो आप समझे, प्रैक्टिकल है प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि संस्था में ये भी है कि अगर आपकी इच्छा भी प्रीचिंग की, तभी सब प्रीचिंग करेंगे तो उतने डिपार्टमेंट उतना स्कोप भी नहीं है। जैसे फ्लाइट में हर व्यक्ति विंडो सीट चाहता है लेकिन अभी टोटल 200-300 पैसेंजर है, तो खाली 100 को विंडो सीट मिल सकती, नहीं तो फिर ऐसा करना पड़ेगा, डबल डेकर रखना होगा, है ना। तो फिर अब अभी प्रैक्टिकल बनना ही पड़ेगा, किसी को मिडिल सीट लेना ही पड़ेगा। लेकिन अगर सही में नहीं जम रहा तो बोल देना चाहिए। मेन चीज़ है ब्रह्मचर्य में अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करके रखो, ज़्यादा जप करके, ज़्यादा कीर्तन कर, जब ज़्यादा हो गया, अच्छा हो गया ना, तो फिर आपके सब क्रियाएं अच्छे होंगे। ओके, लास्ट क्वेश्चन। यस प्रो।
Many times I heard this statement, but I thought I should get it clear from you since you are been in the movement for so many years. Prabhupada said that 80% of the ISKCON devotees will go to higher planetary, like heavenly planetary planets, whereas the 20% will can go back to Godhead. So what does that 20% means?
20% will go heavenly planets and 25 will
80% will go to heavenly planets, end up in heavenly planets. Well, 20% will go back to Godhead.
नहीं. There is, see, Prabhupada, I do not know whether exact number, but in my opinion, much less will go back to Godhead. Then 75 or some percentage will go to heavenly planets. And there are others who will take birth in human bodies. That is higher than heavenly planets. मतलब 3 है, एक तो भगवत धाम जाना डायरेक्ट, भगवत धाम जा रहे हैं 100% है। उनका भी ऐसा नहीं है कि वो तुरंत जाएंगे, वो पहले अप्रेंटिसशिप लेंगे, मतलब पीडीसी वहाँ भी है। पीडीसी कहाँ होगा? वेयर इज द पीडीसी हेल्ड? इन द प्लैनेट वेयर कृष्णा इज परफॉर्मिंग लीला। प्योर पीडीसी, प्योर डिवोशनल कोर्स, प्योर डिवोशन, पीडीसी, प्योर डिवोशनल, पीडीटी, प्योर डिवोशनल ट्रेनिंग है ना। गोपियाँ ट्रेनिंग करके उनको आपको फिर बोलो। बाकी बच्चों में 2 कैटेगरी, एक ने से बहुत भक्ति की, ऑलमोस्ट 80-90%, हर साधना उठ रहे हैं, हर मंगल आरती कर रहे हैं, जप कर रहे हैं, लेकिन लास्ट समय कुछ बुरा विचार आ गया, ये कोई दूसरी चीज याद आ गई, तो वो जन्म लेंगे वैष्णव परिवार। सुखी नाम सीताम गे है योगो भ्रष्ट भी जाए। अभी थर्ड कैटेगरी है जिसने भक्ति बहुत की है लेकिन फिर भी उतनी नहीं की, उनके लिए भगवान हायर प्लैनेट्स। हायर प्लैनेट्स में प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि आप समझे वहाँ गंधर्व बन गए, अप्सरा बन गए, वहाँ पे भक्ति होता है लेकिन उतना सीरियस नहीं होता। फिर आप बोलोगे दुखालय है तो बोलेंगे अरे पागल धरती से आया लगता है। दे नो बट दे कैन नॉट एक्सेप्ट। और जब आप वहाँ पे एंजॉय करके वापस लौट के आएंगे, वहाँ पे 100 साल रहना है, 100 years, यानी यहाँ के कितने साल हो गए? 36,500, बिकॉज स्केल इज 365 टाइम्स, करेक्ट? 36,500। फिर लौट क्या हो गया? बोलो कृष्ण इस्कॉन सेंटर कहाँ है? अरे इस्कॉन तो इतिहास में था। एक बाबा जी थे, कुशल बिहारी बाबा जी, वो बहुत मधुर हंसते थे और सबकी सेवा करते थे। सब इट विल ऑल बी हिस्ट्री, so better to finish in one life. Okay.
Supraji, that 20%, there has to be something which that 20% people are following. So that's the reason they are going in this life. So what is that thing?
ये तो ऐसे एग्जैक्ट कोई ऐसे डिमार्केशन नहीं किया कि इतना हो गया, जैसे आईआईटी में होता है ना, कट ऑफ हो गया, ऐसे ऐसे नहीं। दिस इज मोर लाइक अ फिगरेटिव थिंग। व्हाट वाज योर क्वेश्चन एग्जैक्टली?
Look, 20% जो लोग जो जाएंगे गोलोक, ऐसा कुछ तो प्रिंसिपल रहेगा जो फॉलो कर रहे हैं, इसके वजह से वो 20% में है।
वो भगवान और भक्त के बीच में है। अगर उसने अच्छी साधना की, अच्छी सेवा की, तो भगवान ले जा सकते। भगवान को कोई नहीं भी याद करता है, उसने सेवा की है, भगवान को लगता है इसको ले जाना, तो ले जा सकते।
आपने एक आंसर में बताया अभी थोड़ी देर पहले कि द हायर प्रिंसिपल इज फॉलोइंग द अथॉरिटी. So one of the brahmachari answered this question. He told that 20% of people are following this principle, that whatever the authority is telling or the guru is telling, just follow that sincerely, because the secret is to, if you please the spiritual master, then the success is guaranteed. Prabhupada says one of the purpose. So if you follow this principle, that pleasing the authority, whatever he says, no matter what you like or don't like, then you come in this 20% category. So this 20% of people.
It's correct in one sense, yes.
It was his point of view.
Yeah. There is no hard and fast rule. Probably 20% ऐसे नहीं है कि नाप के गिनेंगे अभी कितने डिवोटी है, आओ 20 इधर आओ 80 इधर से, मतलब जनरलाइज है। बट ऑल 100 कैन ऑल्सो गो। ऐसे नहीं है कि सीट कम है। आईआईटी में प्रॉब्लम क्या, सीट कम है, इतने लोग क्वालिफाइड है, लेकिन किसको किसको करेंगे? बैक्टीवर्ड में ऐसे नहीं, सीट कम है, सीट बहुत है, कोई जाना ही नहीं चाहता, धक्का मार के भेजना पड़ता है। एक व्यक्ति को 100 करोड़ का मंदिर बनाने से मुश्किल है 50 लोगों को एक व्यक्ति को बैठ के कथा सुनाना, जप करना। दैट इज रियल चैलेंज। ओके,
Thank you so much.
किसका पीडीसी होता?
तो प्रभु जी वो इसी यूनिवर्स में होता है या किसी दूसरे भी यूनिवर्स
मैं
में?
अभी व्हाट्सएप करके बताता हूँ। तो ये तो डिटेल्स है, मैं तो ऐसे अंदाजा बोल रहा हूँ, कहाँ पे होता है पता नहीं। आप जो हायर प्लैनेट्स वाला बोल रहे हैं,
नहीं प्रभु जी, वो दूसरे यूनिवर्स में हो सकता है क्या, ऐसा पॉसिबल?
कहीं भी हो सकता है। कौन सा बोल रहे हैं, जो 20% वाला या 80%?
नहीं,
भौम वृंदावन नहीं, भौम वृंदावन तो वो कौन से ब्रह्मांड में भी हो सकता है। यहाँ पे नहीं होगा, क्योंकि यहाँ लीला हो गई। अब तो नेक्स्ट होगी 8.6 बिलियन साल के बाद, जिसमें कुशल बेरी प्रभु रहेंगे कि नहीं पता नहीं। तब तक कुशल नहीं हो। अच्छा लगा मुझे भी आप लोग, यू डिड नॉट आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन। आत्माराम। ये सबका अलग नेचर होता है इतना। मेरे प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं, मैंने अपने गुरु महाराज से एक भी प्रश्न नहीं पूछा। ओनली क्वेश्चन आई आस्क्ड इज हाउ कैन आई सर्व। हरि बोल। हैप्पी बर्थडे, मे यू नेवर टेक बर्थ अगेन। Okay, I think everybody is satisfied. These fruits, just 2 minutes of kirtan for Srila Jayapada Swami Maharaj. Already I've taken the juice. This is useful for me. The others, grapes I will take, and this you can distribute. Shri, we can do a sitting kirtan. Huh? No, I'll give it later. अब भूख लग रहा है? हाँ? नहीं नहीं, तो ये क्या सोचा, कोई देख नहीं रहा होगा तो एक पीस ले लें। नहीं, I'm just joking. I put some jokes. Like Radheshyam Prabhu said, na, Krishna Prabhu jokes a lot. I do this because no, say lively होता थोड़ा, even though, huh? Nobody can sleep. क्या करूँ? I helpless. but I will try to minimize now. क्या मेरे मदर का हेल्थ का इशू चल रहा है, इसलिए simultaneously I'm doing WhatsApp for her medicines. She's 87 years old. Shri will do in the mood of like, crying out to Krishna, that particular tune which I always sing, that tune that invokes feeling of helplessness. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri. लिंक भेजा मशीन का करके देखो चालू से एमपी जाती है तो कैश में भी आती है हरे कृष्ण 1 मिनट ठीक है बाद में कॉल करूँ देख लो हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे everybody. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 व्हाट्सएप देख लो व्हाट्सएप है ना व्हाट्सएप में लिंक भेजा है हरे राम आज मुझे बात आप देखो क्या है हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे everybody you can turn the थोड़ा कैमरा सब everybody you can see everybody chanting change the camera सब या एंगल थोड़ा चेंज कर दो हाँ यार जस्ट 2 minutes everybody please raise Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, everybody.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, everything.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, last time together very. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Two minutes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bo, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Shri Radhe. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai. Jayo Jagannatha, Jayo Baladeva, Jaya Subhadramai, Jaya Sudarshana. Jai 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 Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर निताय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम, जय जय श्री श्याम। थैंक यू। हरि, how do I distribute?
So let us thank His Guest Krishnananda Prabhu for giving us his time. Although his health was not good, still he gave us his valuable, precious time. So let us chant 3 times Hari Bol. Sorry, we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra because Prabhuji likes that.
There is no. Hari, Hari. Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. अच्छा, प्रसाद जलम. How many left? 4? Ah, yeah. Anybody else left? One more. Harry, what is your name?
Sridhar.